I love Amiibo. They're so good. They're so good. These tiny little creatures have infected my heart, my soul, my wallet, and my life. I love collecting these. I have almost 50 now, and every time I look at my shelf, it just brings my soul such great glee. And I want more. Oh, I want more. So I'm going to be talking about Amiibo characters I want several years out from when it was actually going to be relevant. Oops. In case you don't know how Amiibo work, they're usually 2 to 8-inch figures made of a hard plastic that represents a character from a Nintendo game. Not necessarily one published by Nintendo, but they've all been at minimum on a Nintendo system since the 3DS era. Or, you know, in Smash. They have a little base plate at the bottom with an NFC chip that can save and load, and they're posed in a render from the game they're in. Almost every single thing I just said isn't necessarily always true. So basically, just roll with me here. We're playing pretty fast and loose with this. Ravenbeak is the main villain of Metroid Dread, which actually did get Amiibo, and he's the fucking best. He's absolutely my #1 pick for the next Smash Brothers. He's too cool to not, man. Look at this. He's so sick. This main render with Ravenbeak pointing his arm cannon at you would absolutely be perfect, and will look amazing posing alongside the alert, covert Samus from the same set. Of course, something like Silex or even someone like Crave could work pretty well too, but Ravenbeak, come on, Ravenbeak, he's so cool! There's no current Sonic series Amiibo, and the ones we do have is from Sonic's appearance in Smash, so I feel like if we got a Sonic series, we'd probably get a new Sonic too, obviously. Any and all Sonic characters would be neat, but I've been in a giant Shadow mood lately because, you know, all of this. The pose with Shadow facing away from the camera is a little boring, but it's iconic and would look perfect among the more high-energy Sonic. Similarly, a Supersonic figure would be sick. This pose of him floating would be absolutely perfect, with a flaming aura keeping him in place, kind of like Joker's Amiibo. I think a sick addition would be the Chaos Emeralds all floating around him in like a ring formation. I think as a little figure that would be absolutely, positively perfect. Call me weird, call me a freak, but I really do like Ring Fit. It's a great way to exercise, gamifying the process in a way that makes it, like, fun and satisfying. Either way, I think a Ring Fit trainee would be base as hell. They have a sort of blocky, geometric design that would make them stand out among the sea of other Amiibo. I think this render right here would be perfect, giving you a great chance to show off the trainee and the ring, along with the potential to make these cool glowing parts that neat transparent plastic, kind of like how they did with like certain Skylanders and toys and all that. Also, having a Wing Fit and a Ring Fit on a shelf together would be neat. My little brain that likes pairing up characters would enjoy it. Like, my ass says the Nintendo Big 3 is Mario, Link, and Samus, and I have them grouped up on my shelf by their Amiibo line. We've got their classic designs hanging out from their own, like, individual Amiibo lines, their Smash variants, and eventually, the big Switch reinventions / redesigns. I have Breath of the Wild, Link, and Dread Samus, but I need this Odyssey Wedding Mario. He looks so good, and when I get him, that little part of my brain screaming at me to get Amiibo might shut the fuck up! Anyway, that brings me to this Pokemon Amiibo. All the Smash Pokemon naturally have Amiibo, but in terms of, like, native series Amiibo, two Amiibo. One of which is a card from Pokemon, the most marketable franchise on the planet. That's nuts. Like, come on, guys. I want to say this is because they did, like, the Pokemon Rumble U figures, which are something. Them low polygons are. I want them so bad. I have no idea why. They're just so scrunkly and small, and please, God, I want them so badly, but a full set on eBay is like $400. Memberships are open if you want to, they're open. Anyway, I would absolutely want an Amiibo of Teddy Ursa, my goat, my dude, my little guy. He's my favorite, and I love him so much. Other than that, I'm mostly just surprised they haven't done like sets of 2 with each box legendary since like the beginning of Amiibo, since 2014. Hell, they could even work their way backwards and do like all the box art legendaries, which is Koraidon and Miraidon, Zacian and Zamacenta, Solgaleo and Lunala, Xerneas and Yveltal, Zekrom and Rexxaram, Dialga, Palkia and Giratina, Kyogre, Groudon, and fucking Rayquaza. That one would be sick. Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Suicune. And finally, of course, Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, Pokemon. You know you want to sell out your franchises. You know this would sell well. Come on. Come on. Speaking of suggesting way too many of these at once, I have an issue with the Zelda series of Amiibo. Not that they did it, that's cool, all these different versions of Link and Zeldas. It's sick as hell, and being able to choose your favorite design is awesome, but come on, guys. We have so many unique and interesting Zelda characters that would be banger as Amiibo. Skullkid, Tingle, Ravio, Fee, Garahim, Zant, Yuga, all the fucking versions of Ganondorf that got ignored, and most importantly, my girl Marin. Come on! I'd absolutely want her to be like in the Hyrule Warriors render rather than like her Link's Awakening render. Actually, come to think of it, an entire Hyrule Warriors series would just be like completely perfect for this, and now that it's in my head, it's a missed opportunity, but either would be preferable to nothing. Also, yeah, Zelda and Tri as an Amiibo would be perfect, and it's weird they didn't do it. Makes me sad. Alright, some lightning round ones. Doom Guy, Fury Bowser as a giant Amiibo, a 2-person Amiibo with like Mario and Luigi from Mario and Luigi, Bayonetta 3 Bayonetta, please. Cash Banuka, I know he's like a Skylander already. I have that Skylander, but I don't care. Origami Peach would be a sick little dude. And more Bowser baddies, come on. We've got Goomba, Koopa Troopa, and like the Boo already, but Shy Guy and Dry Bones are so like well beloved and have been in so many Mario parties, it's weird they don't exist as Amiibo yet. Oh, and the others from the new Mario parties, like the other, you know, smaller Bowser baddies. Spike, Ninja, Pom Pom, Money Mole. Can you believe Kamek doesn't have one? That's weird, you know, Kamek at minimum. But finally, the perfect Amiibo that I would absolutely want is this guy. This guy is absolutely perfect, and I love him. Paper Mario would look amazing on my shelf, but how exactly would he work? Well, I think the best example is this guy. Mr. Game & Watch is indeed another flat character who's fully removable and swappable with 3 other Game & Watches that you can slot in, all for them coming in one clean $15.99 package. Here's the thing, Paper Mario isn't the only cool guy from his game, so I think even though he'd be removable, he'd have another slot on his base where you can display his partners. I think all of the most current partners would be included in the initial purchase of the set, so the 7 party members in the 1,000-Year Door would probably need to bump the price up a little bit with that many, but they're all flat, so we'll say like 20 bucks. And then you can have each other partner set as their own little purchasable things. The 8 from the first Paper Mario, Kirsty and Huey from Color Splash and Sticker Star, the small handful of like generic guys in Origami King, and fuck it, if you really want to, you could sell a pack with like all of the regular Mario characters, you know? Like, hell yeah. You can display them as like any set of 2 if you really wanted to with this system, so like you can get your favorite ship in there, or you can just like goof around and make something dumb. Like, yeah, it fucking rule. Anyway, that's the Amiibo I want. What Amiibo do you want? You, the person watching right now at the computer. I see you. What do you want? Let me know. That would be sick. Subscribe and like too, and join the membership for the channel if you wanna, and if it's possible for you, I'd really appreciate it. I promise that Amiibo is not the only reason to, like, have a good one.